waiting for it. That wasn't as loud as it normally was.
It wasn't a
What?
good crack, man. It wasn't a good crack, but well, it's
That's
cracked nonetheless.
right. It's cracked nonetheless, and that kind of sums up your week from us talking
Oh,
before the show.
stop.
But however that is, we are here for another enthralling and exciting edition of this thing we call Operation Magic. With me, as always, Joshua Dunn, Josh, and myself, James Kemp. We are just after the Christmas spirit. I hope Christmas holiday. I hope you all had a wonderful holiday. Got some great gifts. Got some wonderful things to share. We're heading into the new year fast and furious. Tyler was a wonderful guest. I'll say that much. And I enjoyed his company. I hope to have him back very, very soon. How'd you feel about Tyler? Was it good?
Oh yeah, yeah. Everything I
Tyler,
thought it'd be.
everything and more,
I love,
bro.
I love stuff like that.
I know, and he's such that was such a fun show. He's such a good storyteller, and his dad is a big influence on his life. Ronnie, like I said in our interview, Ronnie was in my household because of my dad listened to his dad. So it's this whole full circle moment for me. In a way, it was really awestruck in a moment, but it's cool to be able to have those people in our lives who support Disney as much as we do. Um,
Absolutely.
we went back to, since it's the holidays, I've been really in the giving spirit, and this episode was came about because of something that I post in our Instagram. Like I said, I'm always checking in with you guys down on Instagram. We're always checking our comments on YouTube. And if you guys give good ideas, we're going to take them into our show account. And this one comes from our good veteran buddy, Chase. That guy, he's been all over it since day one.
What up, Chase?
What up, Chase? So thank you for this one. But before we get into what the topic is, we got to talk to some sponsors. What do you got, Josh? What do you got sponsor-wise?
Well, always gotta shout out my beautiful wife with magic done right.
Dude,
If you need any trips planned, she's the one to go to. Simple as.
she's killing it. And she's helping one of my dear friends out that I've known for about 20 years right now out. And they're trying to figure out a trip. And my friend Katie is enjoying every bit of her help. So
Yeah.
I appreciate all of that. So it's been amazing to hear a different side of it. Because we talk about her and we talk about her on the show quite often. But to hear the other side of it from someone who's actually working with her that I know, and to hear that it's just everything that we make it out to be, it's amazing. So thank you,
Yeah.
man.
That's awesome.
That's the
Yeah.
best.
Thanks, babe.
Um,
Love you.
yeah, we've also got Two Marines Who Disney. Yes, Two Marines Who Disney. Our good friend Lou at twomarineswhodisney@gmail.com. Antiquities of all Disney sorts. Maps, pins, rare to find things that no one else can find. He knows people with Disney estates. He deals directly with autograph guru Phil Sears. So there's a lot out there that we can do. Who else we got, Josh?
Well, we've got the Skullface project.
That we do.
So you can check those out over at operationmagic.printful.me.
Yes. Yes.
Check out that site's burned in my head now at this point.
Oh yeah, it has been. We've seared it so much. Yes, our merch. I always have thought our merch. We've got one more sponsor. I saved them for last though. They never least. But if you like Josh said, our merch. If you want to check out some Skullface stuff, or go to Skullface Project on Instagram. I think it's Skullface Project 247 or 742. Some of that combination. You'll find it. It's a crazy art. Matthew O'Brien, great dude. And then we have Signs of Amusement. Signs of Amusement. Those guys are great. They've been busy this holidays, guys. We promise you, they will be sending us signs. But they take orders left, right, to front, to the rear. They're backed, and they are their website signsofamusement.com, merch, all kinds of stuff. They are wonderful. Check them out, guys. And that's what we have for our sponsors. Now, if you want to sponsor our show, reach out. We're always taking inquiries. We're always looking for good sponsors, good people who are down with what we bring, because we are not your average podcast, your Disney podcast. Wouldn't you say that? I would think. You're not average. You're not
Above
average. Yeah, with
we
the
are.
A plus.
You're a solid B plus.
So they're right now, and from what I know in our podcast sphere of the Disney World, Disney spheres, there are two veteran podcasts. One is Our Extreme, which is great, and then you have the more family friendly. Check us both out. The dads who Disney, they're great people. They are the more family friendly. But if you want brash, you want hot takes, you've come to the right place. And tonight
I
we've
love
got a
those
good
guys.
one. They're wonderful. I mean, Yoho Daddy-O and Main Street Collective, everybody over there. Gosh, I can't
Good dudes.
I can't. They're wonderful. They're good dudes, and I love that they're part of our little sphere, and I love that we have the extremes because I can understand how we could get on people's nerves because we don't hold back.
1000%. Yeah,
So you gotta have
that's life.
that's life. So what? So the topic tonight, Josh, is something that I know you know very well. Being a toddler dad, I know it because I've been doing Disney for so long. What is our topic?
We are talking gear loadouts for the parks.
All right.
And
gear
this topic,
loadouts.
like we said, is brought to you by Chase, one of our veteran listeners. So we're talking gear loadouts, and I've got my bad.
Uh-oh. What was that?
Barely clipped that one
Uh-oh.
on the feed there.
Oh,
Not
that was good.
well, we are veterans, and
Yeah,
there
we
are
are
things that I carry in this bag when I'm not in the parks.
Yeah, okay. That's fair.
So
Totally fair.
I use this bag. It's got stuff in it that I just took out. It does make for a great EDC bag also.
Yeah.
And honestly, to be fair, I think the bag is created for tactical use and not for park use. But we like to convert stuff like this because if this is rated for veterans and military members to pack in a whole bunch of essential mission ready stuff, well, our mission has slightly changed to toddlers and wives and family, and we take out everything and replace it with all the stuff we're going to go through today.
Yep. It's funny because I actually have a Disney backpack I use. It's floating around here somewhere. My office is littered with stuff that I take with me to the parks or I have floating around. I didn't get any of my stuff out because Josh said he was going to get his, and we talk about a lot of the same stuff. So, but yeah, his bag is a lot more tactical. I use a backpack. I find a backpack for what I do being a lot more common and useful because I carry a lot of pens. I'm a pen guy. And I like your backpack because as a dad, what is the one thing that we always have to have in our bags? Always, besides diapers, if you're a toddler dad. The one thing that and I still take it to the park even when, now that my kids are out of diapers.
Kid related? There's a lot of stuff.
Kid related, it could be even adult related because adults use them.
So for me, the most important thing, unfortunately, has shifted because of how much tech reliant Disney parks are. I think the most important thing for me is my charging bank.
Oh, I won't. I was charging bank. That of course. That I said kid related. The most important thing, yes, is that charging bank. If it's not,
You gotta get Mickey Mouse Clubhouse on, dude.
Yep. I was leaning more on the side of wipes. Baby wipes.
Yeah. You gotta have your baby wipes.
I hate going through the park and you see a line for the bathroom and you just have to wash your hands really quick. Give me a baby wipe. Give me a baby wipe and I'll baby wipe my hands. Give me a little hand sanitizer. I'm gold. I've lived in the desert for 14 months. I know how that. I know. I don't care. But baby wipes, if they're in my backpack or my wife's, bag or whatever, we're solid because that's a win, no matter what. That and like I mentioned, hand sanitizer is something that I always load out.
Yeah, we're sanitizer freaks with stuff like that, especially with our daughter, and it's hard because they're gonna touch everything. Yeah. And there are going to be times where you can't get in and wipe those hands and they're going to put them in their mouth, but we can try. Yeah, we know that it's not going to be perfect.
Disney's a touching type of place for everybody. But I find myself, like, even after, like, walking through the Haunted Mansion and touching the rails, I know everybody's touched them all day, so I'm like, all right, give me a little hand sanitizer after the ride, And I'm not that on every ride.
Here's a weird idea for some rails, bro. How about we get away from chrome where they're not as shiny? And kids want to just, touch them because they just look cool. Can we make them like a flat black or something?
I well, I know even the high shellac varnish on some of the roads. You're like, dude,
Yeah.
it's shiny. I want to touch it. I'm ADHD as hell, and it's like, ooh, touch. Hey, yo. Uh, but no, getting away from the kids stuff. The power bank has become very. I carry like 3 of them because I have a gimbal with me usually because I like to get park footage. I have little gadgety things. Um, if I'm out off on my own and I can shoot a quick clip or whatever, it's always important because you never know when that gimbal is going to die or when your battery is going to run low on your phone. So that leads me to charging cables. And also, they also have fuel rods throughout the park. So if you carry fuel
Yeah.
rods, you can buy your fuel rod and trade it out for free. I love that system. That's a great system. Buy it once, trade it out.
See, I think that if you're gonna, the fuel rods now are like well over $30. I think that you should just get, if you are planning ahead of time, get the power bank,
Yeah, yeah.
and
I
that way
totally
that
agree.
thing lasts the entire day, and you can take it back to your room and charge it. I mean,
See,
those
the, gr-
fuel rods, I
the
mean,
great thing
they're
is,
the same price.
I still have my old fuel rod, so I just go, well, blink, trade it out. So
Hey, I
I'll get
mean,
it.
most people don't keep those things,
Oh
you
yeah, and
know?
I keep mine. I always because I know I never know when I'm going to go back to the park, but I know the fuel rod is an important part of the park life now. So if I have that tiny fuel rod just for my phone, and then I have my bigger banks for everything else, because you got
Right.
to think about it, bro. I have a family of, if we all go, if my mom, my 2 daughters, my wife, and my boys and I go, that's 7 people going to the parks. That's a lot of power bank. So
That
we,
is, man.
so it's very selective on who does what does what, and so I like having that little extra one just for my phone if I'm running all of the gadgety, like, oh, we got to be here for lunch, or mobile order pickup here wherever. So I like having one specifically for me. What's something else that is important to you to have in your bag?
Snacks.
Snacks.
I mean, we just talked with Josh and Gina and Brunch Back to Magic, and I said something that some people may not like, but Magic Kingdom, at least in Walt Disney World, um, food is not great. The food is not like, there's not a lot of good snacks. There's not. I mean, like, you
Right.
got some stuff, I guess, but I mean, like, if you want to, like, just not get in line just because you're a little bit hungry, you got to pack at least something. For me, I'm packing
Yeah.
a Cliff Bar. A Cliff Bar will get me a long way. For my daughter, I'm packing those little puff cereal,
Yeah.
little
Puff
kicks.
cereals. Yeah.
Um, and she'll just munch on those, dude, until, like, I don't mind eating a meal,
Yeah.
but I don't want to get in line every time somebody's hungry.
No.
So
Well,
some
and
kind of
that
snack, bro, you need for sure.
for us, it was always when the boys were younger, because we went when Gavin was still 4, so he was just getting out of the freeze dried yogis.
Oh yeah,
You
okay.
could, and we brought tons of those, and he railed at least a pack a day while we were there because it was just an easy snack. Even bringing in Uncrustables just for a quick snack. Um, One thing that I do, and this is a huge tip for my loadout bag. I get a locker. It doesn't, if it's Main Street Disneyland. I've also at Disneyland I started doing the Esplanade locker because it's right between the parks. And as you're leaving the park, it's easy just to go outside the park, and there's really no reason to go back to the locker unless it's raining, and then that's usually when I do the inside the park locker. But I do that for loadout purposes because if you buy souvenirs, like some people do, you want a little space as well. Not a lot, but you want enough for maybe a T-shirt that you bought or a little souvenir for, say, your daughter. So I think that space is valuable, and I think a locker is important at the end of the day, so you're not carrying bags all the way around as well, and you can kind of navigate a change of clothes. Because I know some people, and I've done this. I don't know if you've done this yet. Decided they're going to go during a rainy season because it's
Oh,
easier.
it's Florida.
And yeah,
I think rainy
well,
season is 12 months.
in California, it's funny. You'll get that kind of like Florida. You'll get that maybe day of rain or half a day of rain, and as soon as it stops raining, it's drier than a. It's like dry. You're like, oh wow, but it's humid as hell. Uh,
Right.
But I always pack a change of clothes on for days that it's a little cloudy because you don't know if the clouds are going to either open up or shut down on you. And I even pack in, even a change if it gets a little colder in the evening. I take a hoodie. I don't wear the hoodie maybe during halfway through the day, but it's nice to have the locker because I have my backpack for my other things that are essential.
Yeah, see, we don't do clothes. I do socks. I
Okay.
am extremely comfortable, probably because I'm from a place where it rains on a dime, same as
Well,
Florida.
yeah,
South
yeah.
Carolina's weather is crazy. I operate perfectly fine, completely soaked, as long as I can change my socks. I
See, all
am,
right.
I'm good. I'm good. I'll
It
buy the poncho to put over the stroller for my
right.
daughter, and I'll walk around soaking wet.
So for me, what it is, it's come evening time in California. I don't know because of the East Coast. Some parts of the season, yes, in the evening time it chills off and that humidity goes away to some degree. In California, there's this we call it the Santa Ana winds, and right about 5 o'clock, about April, May, springtime, where it's warming up, it chills off right there on the rivers of America. And I always, if I'm in shorts, I bring leggings just to have running leggings for myself and a hoodie because it gets cold in that little grove of valley that they've created. So I think it's a change of clothes. I can operate wet with shorts, jeans. I cannot. I tried that after riding Splash Mountain 16 times with my son. I realized no, I cannot operate as wet as I would like. Um, so clothes have become an important thing for us to have that change of clothes, but we each pack something that is light that we can put in a bag. So my wife and I usually have a backpack, or at the time we had the stroller, and we put it in the bottom of the stroller, and we take it in and get the locker. So clothes, I think for some people, like you said, it's either or. You can operate, soaking
You
wet.
know what the difference is, I think, though, man, is are you when you go to the park,
Mm-hmm.
you go to Magic Kingdom, right? For me, our itinerary is we are not at Magic Kingdom from open till close.
Okay, yeah,
So I'm not worried about walking around all day wet because I know at some point, like, because she's only 2, right? So I know at
right,
some
right,
point
yeah.
she's going down for a nap. I have a easy way to get back to my room if things, you know, kick
Well,
off pretty bad.
and see, and that's with us too. It's one of those things where I know at some point because I like to even go back and take a little bit of an hour break to go swimming because I like to go swimming in the sun and just it's
My
so
wife
nice.
makes fun of me because she thinks that we're like trying to go back for Aubrey's nap, but really it's me who is kicked back and just
Yeah,
zonked out.
yeah. Oh yeah, I'll go.
No shame,
I
no shame.
No shame. No, I'll take my bag down to the pool with me. That way, if my wife is like, "All right, let's go. All right, I'm ready. Don't let me throw my shirt on. I got my shorts on. They'll dry in about 25 seconds. Let's go. But the
Yeah.
fact it's like your bag really, guys. For me, my loadout is very simple. I take a techie item, usually a gimbal. I've got my pens. I have a pen, like a pen folio that I take with me, and I'll load out 2 lanyards. So something like behind me right here. Oh, you can't really see it. I'd have to pull off my shelf, but I have lanyards. Everybody who collects pens, you have the lanyards. Um, so I'll usually have a couple lanyards full of pens, and then like whatever we need, like a bottle of water. Always have a extra bottle of water because I will not drink Disney's water, and I'm not going to pay $7 for a water in the park. You know,
I don't blame you. Yeah, I mean, water is definitely not one that I'm like lined up to
I'm
buy.
I've actually started to look into a backpack that carries a camelback just for that reason, because I don't want to carry I don't want to carry a jug around anymore. You know how annoying carrying a water bottle is, and then if the water bottle breaks, you're
Yeah,
soaking wet, and you're like, I'm wet for no reason, but whatever. I'm at Disney, I'm going to do it. Or I've had a bottle break open in my backpack and got everything in there soaked.
there goes your gimbal.
All right.
Hopefully nothing's
Well,
attached
luckily,
to it.
no. Well, luckily my gimbal was inside of a bag, like its carrying case that I have. I have a nice shell case for it, so we're good on that. Um, and then the other time one broke open, I had my gimbal. I was carrying my gimbal and it broke in my bag. I'm like, oh, you son of a bitch! Why? So,
Oh, that sucks.
so I always carry water no matter what though. I got really I was 13. Was I 13 or 14? It was one of the trips I went, and I thought I was gonna be smart, and I'm just only drink minimal water because I at that time I realized Disney's water sucked even then. Um, but I didn't drink a lot of water, and I got heat exhaustion really bad, and I got really sick for like a day and a half of our trip. I didn't eat hardly. I barely went on rides for like a day and a half. It was miserable. But from that point on, I've always carried water in the parks with me. So water is a big, big thing. And Camelback, guys, if you can handle the extra like 2 pounds of water on your back, it'll go quick. Trust me. Especially if you have little kids, they'll want to suck off of it, and then you'll get their germs and get sick on your way home. um, I, socks. I always pack a couple of extra socks. Obviously, I can't operate feet wet. It's a military thing, guys. If you're ever in the military, what was the one thing they told you always pack extra of? Socks.
Socks. Yep.
Socks. Extra socks. I always had extra socks. What do you
I'm creating something for us real quick.
Oh, sweet. I love it.
I got more stuff for sure. This is just gonna be a fun little way to end this episode.
I love it. I love it. No, and so my bag is pretty simple. It just depends on the day. Now, that could end up being one of those days where I go really pin heavy and I go spend $500 on pins because I can. I'm at Disney and I call it Disney money. It's that found money that you forget you have when you're at the parks, and so I'll go pin heavy and I'll go buy $500-$600 worth of pins. And my bag gets really heavy really quickly because I'm buying pins. I'm like, forgot how pins are light, but they're heavy when you get them all together.
Dude, I love putting all my pins on my lanyard. They're right here, and it's cool for like an hour, and then I'm like my neck just.
That's why I carry them in a backpack. I don't wear them on my neck anymore. I can't. I got to a point where I was carrying a binder in my backpack, and that got too bulky, and I'm like, I'm going back to lanyards. Tried wearing them. I'm like, nope, not happening. Not today. So I have 2 lanyards. I have a bag. I always have my bag that I have keepers in, or like my spare pins, my reloads. So if I run through 2 lanyards of pins, I have reloads for the day, and those are usually my higher end pins I do trivia with. So, or I find somebody who's got. I have a system, bro. I have a system of what I do. Like, entertain for a second, and I'll show you. A couple things.
Yeah, well, one thing you have to have is the Operation Magic stickers when you go to the parks. So you guys can share the love of this podcast with people who have no idea about it. And it's crazy to think here in 2025, as we wrap up the year, that people don't know about us. Not this kid. But seriously, the battery pack, like I said, to me, that's like a must-have. I hate, what's weird about me is when my phone gets below like 50%, I start getting weird. I don't know what it is. I think my phone's like dead at that point. I need like my phone charged over 80% to feel comfortable. And the stuff changes for Walt Disney World that goes in my bag. A lot of these parks, especially Magic Kingdom, doesn't have a lot of shade.
Nope.
Hollywood Studios, not a lot of shade.
See, that's one thing I love about Disneyland.
Kingdom, good spots to hang out.
There's so much shade at Disneyland, but there's hardly any at DCA. So these are so I was talking about like pins that I like do trivia with, and I go like find people to trade with, like cast members. Now these are some of my personal collection, but like pins like this, I'll take with me and I'll trade because that one I will never trade. But if I had an extra one of those, that's a Walt Disney. That's from Marceline. That's a stamp pen of a Walt Disney.
That's pretty badass.
But I take it's not stupid, but they're fun. Like pens that I know cast members will love and want to trade.
Oh, that's cool.
So it's just like stuff like that I find or I have extra of, because the way I look at pens. And this is something that I've always been a big fan of, is the way I look at pens is the currency in many ways. And you see the people and all over doing bigger things than I do. But I want to make cast members smile, kind of like Josh and Gina. If there's a good cast member that knows pen trading and they want to trade a lot, and I literally, I went in. I remember there's the Christmas ornament shop right there off Main Street, off and in Disneyland. People know exactly what I'm talking. And there's this cast member, and I asked for a trivia, and she got me. I forgot all five of the Lost Boys names. She asked me all of their names, and I blanked. I blanked all their names,
Oh,
and it was
oh,
it was one of those ones after a long day of walking around, and she showed me this pin. She goes, I can't remember what pin it was. She goes, oh well, I had this pin in the trade. I go, oh, do you still want to trade? Because I've got these and I had a bag full of pins, like kind of like this. And this rained pins down on the table. She goes, uh, yeah, I'll trade you the trivia pin. I don't care. I'll just trade you. And then when people started hitting king pins, I had people around me like, oh, what do you got? What do you want to trade? I'm like, I just want to trade. It's a matter of having things that enlighten people's day, and that's why like so pins are so heavy for me. It's like it's also a tie of something that I did with my dad. It's something that I started back in 1999 with him when it
old
first
school.
started. So it's like I've been doing pin trading for 25 years, you know, and so for me, it's a way to stay connected to just guests and cast members alike, and that's just a former cast member and me in general. So having extra pins that are more valuable than some that might be on my lanyard, that's why my bag weighs down. Or I'll buy $500 or $600 in pins, so I have more better pins to trade with people because I've traded some other bangers. You know,
Pins. Yeah, I had that one on my list too.
yeah.
I do like
So
taking pins. I like trading pins.
yeah,
Um, One thing I would never take is one thing that when we book our trip, I'd like to go out and buy new shoes then, a
yeah.
few months in advance, get them bad boys worn in. I like taking a new pair of shoes sometimes, but not freshly bought, first time wearing them in the
No,
park. I'm
no.
talking like they've been broken in, but they still have that comfort to them,
Yep.
because people knock new shoes. I'm not talking brand new. I'm talking like they're still comfortable, but
Yep.
they're not, you know, old as shit, you know.
I think the only time that ever worked for me, and I'll tell you the only time that ever worked for me, taking a brand new pair of shoes that were never worn in, and I'd only worn them maybe a handful of times. I bought a pair of Reef boat shoes,
Oh,
and dude, it was like walking on a cloud the whole time. It
nice.
was so. But that's me personally. I don't know if anybody else has had that same experience, but I tell you what, those shoes were perfect because when you got them wet, they dried real fast. It wasn't bad. It's a good it's a good purchase. But you're right, shoes. Never take a brand new pair of shoes, like brand new. Don't don't
Mm-mm.
don't go to the Nike store or the Adidas store at your outlet mall and go buy a brand new pair of shoes and say, I'm taking these to Disney with me. No, you know the hell you are not. Take them on a cruise with you and walk around the cruise line track, but do not take them with you to Disneyland or Disney World, where you're going to be walking 25 and 30 miles a day.
And one thing I'll say to our veteran community is this isn't a tangible thing you can pack, but it's something you need to take with you. What I've learned along the way with going with my wife together as a duo, now with a toddler, is you have to humble yourself and take a bit more patience than you typically would
Yes.
any other time. When you have kids, the last thing you want your kids to see is you fighting with arguing with either them, or actually what's more embarrassing is arguing with strangers, cast members, embarrassing your
Yeah.
family, embarrassing yourself.
Yep.
Not everything is going to go your way. Times are going to be longer than you expect. Somebody may bump into the parade. What I've noticed is whenever accidents happen, nobody ever is typically maliciously trying to bump into you, take your spot, cut you in line. It's usually all accidental and explained. It can be explained away, and for a few seconds of being really pissed off at whatever, versus your daughter or your son looking up at you, seeing how they should act when similar situations happen. I've had some not some great moments in the parks,
Mm-hmm.
and I've learned along the way that a lot of patience goes a long way, man. Like you just
Yep.
have to be mindful of where you're at and know you're putting yourself into a situation that
Yep.
is very stressful, especially as a father, and very boom. We want it to be boom, 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 boom. but
Yep.
Disney just is a nice treat as a nice smooth ride. Whatever
Yep.
happens rolls off you, keep it moving.
Yep. And that's the one thing I will say. I'm guilty of it as well. There are times that I have lost my cool because of whatever reason, and that was after being a cast member. But the fact of the matter is it's because we all have this moment of like we want it. It's the entitlement of being at Disney. I call it that Disney entitlement. And it's not a bad thing, but it's also like it's all accidental 9 times out of 10, like Josh just said. Or hey, can I need to get up to my party, and their party's like 20 people in front of you, but that one person just takes away an extra 30 seconds of time. It's not really that big of a deal, guys. It really
Yeah,
isn't.
and I'll
Act your
paint you a
patience.
scenario. Let's say you're on the bus. This is Disney World, right?
Hmm.
You want to Magic Kingdom. You're in line to check in, scan your Magic Bands day one, and your little kid. Let's say your kid's 5 years old, looks up at you and goes, "I forgot my autograph book."
Yep.
Turn around, get on the bus, go get the book, make it an adventure. Um,
Hmm.
Yelling at them for forgetting it, making a big scene, telling them, what just I mean, we're there for their experience,
Yep.
right? And
Yep.
through that we get ours. So I mean, just don't worry about it.
Yep.
Don't worry about it.
Well,
It's no big deal.
it was funny. My kids were like, they were so excited when we took them, and we didn't buy autograph books beforehand because the part of going to the park is buying the autograph book the first time,
Yeah.
and they were so excited to get that autograph book, and and then my son thought he misplaced it, and the meltdown that ensued. But it just happened to be in one of our backpacks. It wasn't really looked through. But in that moment, you can really change a kid's whole experience.
Yeah,
And
and you
that,
never know, man. Life may take you a different direction. Where that might be your last kid. That may be like your last time your kid goes
yep,
to
yeah,
Disney World or
yep,
Disneyland. I mean,
yeah,
you have no idea where life will take you. Um, Treat it like that. Like you will
oh yeah,
never go back, and this is
yep,
their only memory they're going to get from this place. And you think about it from that light, I think that you can make some good decisions because I never let anymore. I try my best to. My brain tells me react a certain way, and if I take a breath and I still feel the same way, then I'll do it. But
yep,
typically 9 times out of 10, my mind starts catching up, and I'm going, dude, just chill out. Because as a veteran, I see the way I want my day laid out to a T from the moment I wake up until the moment I step out of that park. I have it
yep.
mapped out in my head, and I can't name you one fucking time that plan has gone exactly the way I imagined it. Not one.
See, and that's me too. It's like and this is all right, guys, and put it in the comments and put it hashtag veteran because I tell you what, my eyes are closed because I can picture it in my head right now. It's that military brain right here. That thing that we were stripped down because you think about it, we were all normal little people before we joined the military, and then all of a sudden structure became the everyday part of our life. So in our heads when we go to Disney, you want to do the same thing. You want to map it out. You want to have this perfect plan. You want the perfect Disney vacation. Guys, I'm going to break a harsh reality to you. There's no such fucking thing. It's like Santa Claus behind me, the Easter Bunny, Mickey Mouse, and like something else, a leprechaun down below, all trying to fight over $100. You know what's going to happen? None of them are going to get them because they're figments of our fucking imagination at the end of the day, and we have to deal with it. And it's hard. It's hard because you want to buy in so bad into the Disney reality, and we all do. And that's why we are the way we are, the whole patience of things.
Well, my trip as a kid, I went one time,
Yep.
and I remember two things. That's it. We went
Yeah.
for a few days. I remember two things. I thought the monorail was the most freaking badass thing I'd ever
The
seen.
monorail.
I have never seen anything like that in my life. I thought this has got to be some futuristic shit right here. So I
Right.
remember getting on the monorail and sitting there and watching everything go by, and I'm like, this is it. This is so cool. And the second thing was my mom wanted to take a picture outside of Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. And I wasn't a big picture kid. I was like, I don't want to be in a picture because we had those disposable cameras, right?
Right. Right.
And she's like, no, hurry, we gotta do it now. We gotta do it now. And she's like rushing me. And I'm like, fine, whatever. So we get in front. And the reason she's rushing me is because she got the picture as the geysers going off behind us. And I didn't even see that thing.
Oh, That's
So
rad.
we got soaking wet, and it was the most hilarious like prank. My mom was never a pranker. She was always serious and
That's
working her ass
phenomenal.
off. So she had saw the geyser going off. She's like, I gotta get the kids in front of this thing. So and when you think about all Disney offers, those are the two things that I thought were
Yeah. No.
enough to remember. And one of them involves my mom and her treatment of her family,
So
right? And that experience,
that's
man, it's got nothing to do with Mickey Mouse or
no,
I don't remember
nothing.
any of that.
No, and that's the thing. You have to think about it from that perspective. The memories you're creating. So this is the biggest thing I tell people. Bring your backpack for memories. That's the biggest gear loadout thing, because you're gonna be so overloaded as an adult with memories, paying attention to what's going on. Whatever's in your backpack is just to get you to where you need to be throughout that day. Whatever you load out and you feel necessary, whether it be sunglasses, sunscreen is always something I always carry, obviously. Um, Sunglasses, sunscreen, water bottles, whatever it might be, right? You need to pack that clear head and a clear mind, because whatever's in that bag is great. It's going to get you through the day, and whatever else, like Josh said a minute ago, you don't have, make it an adventure. Go back for it. If you have to get it in the park, like I said, get it in the park. Yeah, it might suck to have to pay that $15 for a poncho that you forgot back in your room, but guess what? Sometimes you just have to bite the bullet. And that's what we do for creating the magic and the memories. And I know I've done it. I can almost guarantee you Josh has done it.
Absolutely. And
It's
to the
yeah.
parents out there who are going to, not I can speak for Walt Disney World. I can't speak for Disneyland. I'm not too sure. I'd imagine it's the same there. But don't forget, this isn't part of the park loadout. It's more ball knowledge. Knowing certain things, because we didn't know this until we had a baby, because we didn't care about this, right? But in each of the four main theme parks, they have a dedicated baby care center.
Yep, we
Okay.
do.
And when you're talking the difference between changing your 1 year old in a bathroom stall on a changing table or a baby care center, bro, those baby care centers are the cleanest, coolest, badass baby centers I've ever been in. I mean, they're awesome. And if you forget anything that we've mentioned in this loadout, they sell them right there in a little baby vending machine. They got wipes,
Yeah.
diapers, all kinds of ointments and stuff like that. So that is some knowledge for y'all that haven't been yet, or maybe
Yeah.
you've been once as a couple and you got a kid on the way or whatever. Change those diapers in the care centers. Take the walk and go
Sick
there.
kid. If you have a sick kid, go to the first aid. They have certified nurses on staff to make sure that your kiddo, if you need Tylenol and you don't know if that's what they need, or you need some sort of difference, I tell you what, you've got first aid, you've got the baby care, it's all right there. Like Josh said, take advantage. It's there. It's a free service. And the vending machines are the only thing that's going to cost you, but they have people that are dedicated there that are going to make sure you get what you need.
Now, James, what would you say is your X Factor item? I think we'll do an X Factor, and then we're gonna play this game. This game's gonna take a minute.
Oh,
So
an X
give me it.
Factor
I can go
item.
first if you want.
Yeah, go first.
Mine is selfishly for me. Okay.
All
So all
right.
my dads, listen up. Okay. Maybe there's a few out there like me. Okay. I'm just gonna say it how it is. You know how this podcast is. I need some ball powder. Now, don't don't get it twisted. I need a little travel size baby powder, or
Yep.
the yellow gold bond powder.
Yep.
You got to keep the boys dry. You got to keep from chafing. You're walking a lot. I keep that in me, and now it's more of a peace of mind thing, because I know that if I start to chafe it anyway, I can
Mm-hmm.
just dip out into the bathroom, get everything right, and I feel a whole lot better. If you don't do that, and like we said, the weather changes, boom, maybe you're soaking wet, and then you
Yep.
dry off, and everything's just not sitting right. Little travel case of baby powder,
Yep.
get it taken care of. That's my X Factor item.
For me, having a family, I don't get motion sickness very much. I found more so on Space Mountain and Star Tours. Now I get a
Mm.
little motion sickness, but not so much on anything else. Um, I and my family's the same way. It's gotta be Zofran. Having
Well, I thought
some
you said
Zofran.
Dramamine.
No, Dramamine, same thing. Dramamine,
Yeah.
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 Dramamine, Zofran. Um, a wristband if you can't do the tablets and you need the wristband to help you with nausea of some sort to help you give you a heads up as where you're getting ready to you can't do roller coasters but you want to do the Incredicoaster or you want to do Everest or you want to do Guardians, whatever it might be, whatever your poison is that you choose and you need that to make you feel better. I think that's my X factors. You have to have a little bit of, I think, ball powder and for sure um, Zofran. You
Hey,
need the two. It's a
hey,
good
there's
combination though.
somebody. I wonder how many dudes out there are walking around the parks with that little travel size case in their pocket or in their bag or something. There's got to be more than just me out there because
Yeah,
it is
dude.
definitely
Some
needed. I used to
people,
turn back and go get it if I forget it,
yeah, some
for
people
sure.
need deodorant in their
Yeah,
bag.
not me. I smell
Not
good, but
me.
yeah,
No,
no, I've
I
smelled some stinky people, bro.
I wear 48-hour deodorant. I wear native deodorant, which is great, but I always put it on every day so I don't lose that scent. But there are some people that, dude, a baby wipe won't even do it. So pack deodorant if you're that person. Don't
Shame on you. Shame on you, you stinky,
Yeah,
stinky little
don't be
shits.
walking around the park smelling like fucking fried
No,
onions.
you can't change how you look. So, I mean,
No.
that's fine. All of us look different, but you can change how you smell.
Yeah,
Don't be walking
yes.
around here stinky. We're all shoulder
No.
to shoulder waiting in line on rides.
Yeah, I
Okay?
can't.
Nothing ruins your park day more. What, daddy, what's that smell? That's the dude in front of us. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, honey.
So yeah, I bring up fried onions. I actually had to bring up my son. I had my wife or my son. I can't remember who asked. Dad, literally, what's that smell? I go, somebody had fried onions for lunch. That's all I can say. Because
Right there.
that guy, you fried onions.
Yeah, you
Stop it.
stinky bastard.
Yeah, get some fucking deodorant in your bag. I always pack.
Please.
I always pack some just in case because I don't want to be that person. I always have a little travel size of that too. So like accoutrement, like X Factor items, Zofran, ball powder,
Deodorant.
deodorant, little things like that matter. Those are like guys don't.
Now you got me mad about people. I'm remembering everybody that stunk on my trips now. I
Yep,
had forgotten it. But
yep.
some of you fucking stink for
And
sure.
for
I mean,
all of you who have babies, always
yes.
pack two extra onesies. Always two extra onesies.
Oh yeah, you need the extra onesie just in case.
Yeah,
Um,
you don't want to be like some people walking around the park with doo doo
that's gonna
stains.
lead us right into this game.
Oh
Okay, I'm gonna
boy.
explain it first, okay?
All
I
right.
made a wheel. I'm gonna give us a time limit on this. Okay.
All right.
I'm gonna give us 60 seconds um, to explain when I spin this wheel. I'm gonna bring the wheel up on the screen in a second.
Okay.
But when I click to spin and it lands on something, they're all shitty scenarios on the
Oh
wheel.
God.
You have 60 seconds to say how you pivot and deal with the situation.
Okay. All right. I can do this.
Okay. Okay.
All right. Let's do it. I'm excited.
All right. Here we go. Here we go. Let's get
You guys
this
have
right
had a bit
here.
of everything. You've had me getting up, fixing my background. You guys have had having a game tonight. I mean, what? You guys are having all kinds of like
Spoiled,
spoiled, rotten adventures right before the new year or right at the new year.
spoiled people over here, man.
I tell you
Okay.
what.
Okay. Let's hide that. All right. Here we go.
All right.
Get this ad off here, you bum.
Yeah,
All right.
Bum, take the ad off.
Yeah. There we go. Okay. You're gonna go first. Okay. All
All right. What do we got?
right. Here we go.
That's on Dick's Steal Food. I want that one.
Ducks.
Ducks. No.
All right. We got phone at 5%. Need genie. No charger.
Ooh. All right.
Here we go.
Here's my pivot.
3, 2, 1, go.
All right. Do we have anybody in the party that has a phone besides myself?
Good pivot. I'm not sure.
All right. So I've got two scenarios. One,
Yes, they don't have the Disney app downloaded though.
okay. So here's what I do. I tell that person, please go download the Disney app, whatever park you're at. Download that. I take that. I log in, depending if they are at above where I'm at. Now, if I only have 5% and I have to get to Genie and I'm right by the ride, I'm going to use my phone, let my phone die after that. Then I'll go pivot and get a charger if I don't already have one in my bag. If I have, I wouldn't have one in my bag at this point, like you said, but then I have to go drop the $30, $40 on a charger, which I don't want to do. But what am I going to do? Get mad about it?
Time. Okay. Hey,
That's not bad.
I'd say that's pretty damn good in my opinion.
Yeah.
In my humble opinion.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you always have to make sure if it's a solo thing, you're fucked if you don't have it. Oh. Oh, he has talked about this.
Just talked about this. All right. And I'm gonna set my timer and go. I'm assuming, with this chafing, that I did not prep properly. I did not listen to the Operation Magic podcast of the proper loadout, and did not hear Josh's X Factor item. So I'm dumb at this point. Now I'm done. I'm walking. There's no pivot to me personally, other than I am going to the nearest place that sells powder.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go probably back to my room. I'm probably going to take a shower. I'm going to dry off good. And I'm going to go to the bar and wait on my Walmart delivery dash order to show up with whatever food I need to restock on, some powder, like 3 or 4 travel size powders just to be safe. That's it.
Yep.
Nothing else for me.
Yeah. No, that's
all
solid.
I can do.
That's solid.
That's all I can do.
I've had an experience, dude, where I literally rode Splash Mountain and it started raining, and I chafed, and there was no powder in sight until I got back to my room. It was the most miserable experience. So
I know people want to push through. Every step you take from that point on, when it's in your head,
it burns. It hurts.
Your next day, fucked.
Yeah.
You're done. So use every step strategically and get your happy ass back to some powder.
Yeah, dude. I hurt for 2 days. It was the most miserable thing.
It's miserable. Oh, one of the worst ones. We have a toddler blowing out their diaper. Now we're gonna go.
We just talked about this one too. I hit this one.
All right. I'm gonna give you that you have all the essentials packed, but let's go with the toddler's tall enough for their favorite ride, and you're almost to the queue, and they just shit themselves.
Ooh.
Go.
Okay. So here's what I do.
Blowout now.
Blowout. I first and foremost, if I'm already almost to the queue, I ask the nearest cast member, can I get a return time or a rider switch?
Ball knowledge.
You do that. You either ask for a rider switch or a return time, because if your wife is there and they can go right on the ride while you take the toddler to do whatever, or you get a return time for the whole family, and then you go change that toddler, because you already have everything. You have the extra wipes, you have the diapers, you have the extra onesies, because I just literally talked about that. You always pack at least 2, because now you're down 1. What happens if you get a second blowout, which I have had happen, not at Disney, but at Great Wolf Lodge. I had that happen, and it was
very
terrible.
Good. Time is up.
Yeah, you got to do that.
On that topic, if you've never been, or you've been without kids, and you're bringing kids, Disney food will make them shit themselves.
Yep, 100%.
So you've got to be ready, because they're going to poop at some point, and it probably is not going to be a pretty one. So
no, my kids, they were 4 and 7, and trust me, it still happened. Like, what do we got?
Magic band falls off. I'm gonna assume I'm gonna make this a worst case scenario. And to be honest, I don't know if it's worse for my wife or my daughter to lose her magic band. I don't have 2 shits to give if I lose my magic band. I'm gonna go with my daughter. Let's say my daughter loses her magic band.
Oh God, that's Meltdown City.
Yeah, so we're gonna try to navigate that. Start my timer. We're gonna try to navigate that that meltdown, but we gotta move. We gotta go get another one. I'm assuming it's just lost. There's no talking to a cast member. There's no trying to get it back. We're going on a shopping spree. Daddy is not only buying you a new magic band, but Daddy's buying you whatever you want within reason to kind of make up for that loss.
Here's the thing, a money-saving tip for all you Disney goers. If you have your receipt for said lost magic band, so you bought it that trip, and kid loses it, take the receipt, show them.
This dad don't keep shit, unfortunately.
Well,
so
that dad is
dumb.
Dumb.
No. So I'm taking my baby.
Yep. doing what you got to do.
Taking a baby
Good, that's a
shopping.
good pivot. That's solid.
I'm
Because
gonna.
not only did you make up for the not only did you make up for that meltdown, but you got her something more.
And odds are we can find the same one or a cooler one,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because toddlers, their minds are like goldfish too. I mean,
Yep.
once you get away from that meltdown and they get to when you get them physically in front of new magic bands, shit.
Yep.
Yeah,
Dude,
whatever one
there's
you
a
want, baby.
bowl of
It's
them.
yours.
Oh, yeah,
Whatever you want.
Yep.
Yeah. So easy peasy.
I like that. That's a good one. That's solid.
Oh, standard. Just a standard kiddo meltdown, dude. We're going full tilt here, though. We're going like screaming, crying, kicking, just whatever your version of bad is for your kids. I don't know if they're yellers, stompers, flailing.
So that
Gonna
Gavin,
go.
I'll take Gavin, my youngest. He's my yeller and my screamer.
Sure.
My oldest daughter. I can give you a real world scenario.
Go to Gavin.
Full-blown
Ready?
10-year-old meltdown. How I pivoted. All right, so took my daughters for the very first time. My oldest daughter decided she wanted to have a full-blown at 10 years old meltdown because she wasn't getting her way. Yelling, screaming, not getting anything she wanted. She proceeded to call me names, and I'd pulled an old school parent move. I pulled her out of the park, I drug her by her wrist across the Esplanade, back to the Disneyland Hotel where we were staying. A little entitled much, wouldn't you say? And I gave her an earful for how we don't act in the park. Now, if it was my 7-year-old, it'd probably be a different pivot. It'd be, what happened? Why are we melting down? What's going on? What can we do to make that better? But at 10 years old, you got to know better. There's a
100%.
big difference.
Time. I mean, listen. Meltdowns, you want to navigate them as a parent the right way,
Yep.
but you can't stand for no disrespect at the same time.
Yeah.
I paid the money to get here. Me
Yep.
and your mama are gonna take your butt back to the hotel that we also pay money for. And listen, if my daughter melts down and you're gonna threaten me to go back and have a beer at my hotel and relax the rest of the day instead of waiting in these lines with you, okay.
Yep.
Fine.
Oh yeah.
That's what I'll do.
She didn't want to go back, but made her go back.
Back we went. I love it.
Yep. Stroller breaks. Ooh, all right.
All right, y'all. Y'all.
I'm going to tell you this is your personal stroller.
Yeah.
Okay.
Put a minute on the clock. This one to me is relatively easy. And go. Time of day is important here. Give me time of day.
Midday sweltering heat. Humid as hell.
Midday sweltering heat. I'm out. So here's the thing. If it's hot as hell, we have a nice stroller. I like our stroller. It's perfect for our family. I've seen the Disney strollers. Not a fan.
No. Not
a fan. So we're pivoting back again, just like the ball powder and the chafing. We are going back, and we're gonna. I'm not gonna go. Oh no, the stroller break. We gotta leave. We're gonna make it. If it's midday, it's time for nap anyway, probably for us. So we're gonna leave under the pretense like we normally do. We're just gonna stroll around. I'm gonna carry the broken stroller. Wife is going to handle our daughter, and I'm gonna carry all the shit. And we're getting back to the room. That's the number one goal. And then I'm out in the car to the nearest Walmart, Target, and I'm picking up a new one.
All right. So caveat here. What if you're at the furthest point in the parks from where you were at? So what if it takes you a solid hour?
Yeah. Glad you said that, bro. Listen. First, it's all about keeping your family comfortable. Okay. As a dad, okay, I mean, you could say this for moms too. I take this personally as a father. You need to be in the condition and shape to carry your kid.
Mm-hmm.
My kid's 2.5. I can carry her no problem. So can my wife. My wife is really strong. So between the two of us, someone's just got to manage just the kid and not worry about nothing else. And we're talking, we just went through our loadout. Our stroller's packed with stuff. So I'm probably the one that's got to carry the stroller and the bags and all the food and all that stuff, the water and all that stuff. But we're still getting out of there. We'll take our time. Funny enough, we think we want to get out of there as soon as possible. But I think We'll take our time. We'll let my wife take her time with Aubrey to get up out of there, go through the shops, get her a plushie, something. So we're getting cool, go down a little bit, get cool. I mean, we already planned to walk through there anyway. So
Right. Now, I've seen cases where strollers have broken and Disney has said, hey, we'll give you a stroller to get back to where you need to be, but turn it into, because they don't want to see you have to struggle with a kid, with bags. So there are magical moments, but 9
now
times out of 10, you'll
I'm
be
gonna,
Josh lugging stuff.
I'm gonna tell you, bro. The caveat you gave me won't ever be true for me because this family does not travel to Disney and it's 100 degrees outside. That
Yep.
is blasphemy to me.
All right, fair
Crazy to
enough.
go in July. There's no
But,
way you will catch me
but
in
the
July.
fact is I wanted to give you a scenario that parents do take their kids in.
Oh yeah, no, 100%.
I know what time you go. You go spring and fall time frames, closer to Christmas.
Yeah, and I was an aircraft mechanic, so
Yep.
odds are I can probably fix that bad boy
Mhm.
just enough to get back to the bus.
Yeah, you could
Unless
probably,
the wheels fall off that thing, then
you ran it till the wheels fell off.
then it's gonna just be left there. I'll just leave it in
Yeah.
the corner, and I'm gone.
Yeah.
Stroller braking is definitely not cool though.
Yeah.
Oh, 2 meltdowns in a row, bro. This time it's over a favorite toy.
All right. Was the toy?
Oh, okay. Meltdown imminent. That means okay. Let's paint this a little bit better then.
Okay.
Let's go. You bought a toy that is not easy to find again in the parks. Let's say it's like one of the you went for Halloween and you got like a a toy that's like a special, that people buy up really quickly, and it's gone.
So here's what I do.
Minute on the clock.
Favorite toy. So this is what I always advise my children when they want to bring toys into the park. Be prepared to lose it because you never know what's going to happen. I always preface it because if you're willing to take it into the park, you're prepared to lose it. Because kids mix up toys all the time, and if it happens, okay, they have that understanding. So it's already prefaced. Now, favorite toys lost, meltdown's imminent. I see the meltdown coming. I say, hey, check it out. We talked about this earlier before we even got to the park. I know it might be 80 degrees outside, 100 degrees, but the fact is, we know this is happening. Here's what we'll do. I will try to see if we can replace it with something similar, because this one probably isn't here. Say it's Halloween or Christmas. But if we find something that's similar, will you be okay with it if it's within reason? That's all I can do because I prefaced it. Now, I gave them the option if we find something similar. If they don't like that option, you're up shit creek without a paddle, and I have to deal with the meltdown as it comes.
Okay. Yeah. Hey, you warned them. It is what it is, kiddos.
Natural consequences.
Like gamble. Oh no, I didn't want to do this one. This one's possible for me for sure.
I had this happen. I did actually have this one happen, so I want to hear how you do it.
Okay. Give myself a minute because I have no idea what I'm going to say. I need to put the pressure on. And go. Look, Disney World has a great system for kids that are too short and get awarded this cool certificate. I'm a believer in. I think half the kids could care less about the piece of paper, even though it's cool to get. I think it's just a bummer all the way around.
Yep.
You need to be. This is another one that I don't think I'd really be into because you need to know how to not set yourself up for failure too at the same time. We research all the rides that Aubrey can ride before we go because we know she's not tall enough. She's only 2.5. So we know that there's like rides that anybody can ride. Right. And she goes on all of those. And she's not old enough to understand yet when we put her up to the ruler that she's too short. But if she's one day waiting to go on Guardians, I think Guardians is 46 inches or something like that.
Yeah.
There will be the same thing with like bringing your favorite toy. There's got to be understanding of like, hey, we're going to try, but there's big possibility that it's just not going to work out. And you just got to kind of handle that meltdown as best you can. I mean, just got to work through it because there's nothing that can really check you out of that space, I don't think, except for time.
There isn't. And I had that happen with Gavin, my youngest. He was 4, and he's a little thrill seeker. He saw the Incredicoaster across Pixar Bay. He goes, I want to go on that.
Get me on that right now.
He's like, I want to go on that. I go, buddy, you're too small. What do you mean I'm too small? There's a height thing, bud. Well, I want to do it. My mom was with me. She goes, buddy, you can't. Next time we come, you'll be tall enough, but right now you can't. And it's way different than when I was a kid. My dad would just slide his foot up under the back of my feet and make my head go tall enough.
Yeah, that's a shitty one.
Yeah,
Because you can't buy anything or you can't do anything. There's nothing you can really do.
That's just a tough one to have.
Cold snap. You have only shorts.
Oh,
we're gonna say the whole family's underprepared for the weather.
Gosh. So okay. Depending on what time of day it is.
Go.
Give me time of day.
Time of day, we're gonna go evening because that's typically when you would feel that, right? So let's go
Either
6
that or
p.m.
first thing in the morning. So 6 p.m. That's right about dinner time. Perfect.
There's no salvation.
All right, so that's perfect time. Like I said, Santa Ana wins. That's right about dinner time at Disneyland, between 4:30 and 7 for some families, depending on the age of their kids. That's when you go see what quick service or sit down has some indoor seating. For me, it'd probably be Plaza Inn, which Josh Jeppy said he hated, and him and I will fight over that for days. Yeah, I threw the name out there, Josh. If you're watching, you got called out. But that's when you find a sit down, place to sit and eat indoors. You make a reservation. You know the cold snap, and I always check the weather. I always check the weather for the day. I check when the cold is coming. I prepare myself. But only shorts. Yeah, you go find food, and then you dip out and call it an early evening if you can, and find something extracurricular back at your room.
And you know what's interesting about kids, bro? That we're not putting them in like hypothermic conditions here, but do you even remember being cold as a kid? Because
God no,
not really. If it's warm enough in the daytime to wear shorts, most likely it's the parents that are uncomfortable, and the kids are just like, I don't give an absolute shit about this weather.
Now, my youngest son might complain, but my oldest son, he'll wear shorts and no shirt and the snow. Oh, Josh, brand new shoes, and you're rope dropping.
Why would I do that? Why would I do that? Okay.
Ooh.
I'll be honest here. This one's gonna be short. Okay, that's not what you think. If you're a parent and your dumbass wore brand new shoes to the park and y'all are in line, guess what? You're going to suffer, and you're going to wear those shoes because you cannot let your children suffer because mom or dad made a dumb ass decision.
Yep.
So if it was my decision, and for one, my wife had already told me, probably not a good idea. And I probably went, well, I like the shoes. I'm going to wear them. So I'm not admitting defeat. I'm going to suffer in my head the whole day. And then I'm going to low-key go to the bar. And on the way to the bar, I'm going to stop by the front desk and get a whole thing of Band-Aids. And I'm going to load up those heels in those balls of your feet and your big toe with some Band-Aids and quietly put them on and not admit anything.
No,
that's my pivot.
Not admit a damn thing.
That's my pivot, brother.
I would not either. That's a good one. I like that. Oh, kids. So, you know what? So this one to me, this is a simple answer because of my kid, because of who my oldest son is. This is a kid who rode Splash Mountain 16 times and did not give two shits.
Oh, he don't give a shit. Yeah,
he did not care. My youngest son may throw a fit and want to go back to the room, and that's why I say, all right, go with mom back to the room. But Gray and I, we're going to run this back. He'll like let's ride Splash Mountain. Then let's go on Winnie the Pooh. And we went and did Winnie the Pooh. Then we went and did Pirates. Came back and did Splash 3 more times. This kid is neurotic, and I was chafing, but luckily I had ball powder.
See, this guy knows. Ball powder, I think, is an underrated thing to bring, bro. People don't think about it.
Well, when you're younger, you don't give a shit. When you're older, it's like when all that shit
another
happens.
One that I just would not let happen to me or my family.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's hot. It's hot. It's time for some. It's time for some indoor stuff.
Yep.
We're doing every black box ride you can think of,
Oh
and
God.
we're going to every ride that's got an indoor queue or indoor ride.
Yep.
And if a fan's not allowed, then you gotta take frequent breaks. You have to give yourself some time to cool off. You can do a couple hour stretch in line for something that you really want to get on, but then you can't do that again. You gotta go somewhere else. You gotta get in line for a water ride. You gotta get
I
in line for something, bro.
indoor queues for me would be at Disneyland. It would almost be half of Mansion because half that's indoors. Pirates.
All of
Um.
Mansion for us is under the outside part's under the awning, and we're not even
Oh yeah.
outside that long, so
See, yeah.
it's pretty good. Splash is all
Indy
trees and stuff outside, so that's not so bad.
Jungle Cruise.
Yeah, it's not too terrible. You just gotta be
Yeah.
smart. Don't go in the
Just
summer.
yeah. Don't be that. Well, Disneyland you can, but World not so much. Oh, that's easy. Raining all day. There's
Mhm.
one or two options. You go and stick it out, which most locals do in California. It's just another normal day, and you dress accordingly, or you stay back at the hotel and you find hotel activities. And my kids would be like, "Let's go to the park. I'm bored." So it's a win no matter what. Just
Yeah, I think that I tell people this all the time when they're like worried about Florida weather. I'm like, if you want to get a ride that has no wait, go when it's absolutely
go, dude.
downpouring. Just
Yep,
go.
yep.
Just
Go.
go. I mean,
You'll
just
walk
go.
on everything. You will
Yeah.
walk on everything. I don't care if it's
Hmm.
water ride. I'm getting wet
Few more
regardless.
left, and we'll make these quick. Forgotten
Ooh.
snack. That's something we talked about earlier. This is a little bit on the easier side because I mean you don't have your OG go-to snacks in your bag because you didn't listen to us
Nope.
on this episode, but you're gonna have to rely on park food.
Yep. Park
So
food. Quick
so
service.
hit up the Starbucks. We get my daughter a buttered croissant from Starbucks,
I bet
and
that
she'll
lasts a
munch on
while.
that thing. She'll munch on that thing for a while.
Hmm.
Yeah, absolutely. And then the thing that's key here is almost like driving a car. You don't wait till that light's on to get gas.
Nope.
You're hitting a quarter tank, and you notice like in the next hour, the fam's gonna need something. Go ahead and get in that line, or make your way to that restaurant and get the
Yep.
food. Because if you're waiting until a kid goes, "I'm hungry," you
You're
have you
done
have
for.
like half an hour minimum until they're getting food.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
um,
I
and if they're
always take a
picky, even
survey.
longer.
If it's been 2 or 3 rides, I'll take a survey. Are you hungry? Yeah, you could eat. All right. All right.
All right. We're not making it your shirt. We don't want it to get eaten. We're making it the worst case scenario. Who is like the most sensitive if
That
in
would
your
be Gavin.
family?
That'd be my
If a
youngest.
bird just takes a giant dump on his shirt, we're talking like a,
Oh,
a pretty big
he
bird
would.
shit.
This would be a meltdown. This would be a complete meltdown for Gav. Um, I would have to, depending on the shirt. This is where it gets tricky. Depending on the shirt, if it was Spider Man, I would have to find the same Spider Man shirt online and buy it and have it sent to our house because he wouldn't want to wear that. It's a bird shit on it. If it's any other shirt, it would be, hey, can you find me a different shirt right now? Because I just got shit on, and be the closest thing I could find him. Which I'd have to compromise with him. It'd have to be Star Wars or something crazy that I have to go clear across the damn park for. But I would do it. Simply put, I would do it for my kid. You know?
Of course, yeah. That's a good two options there.
Yeah. Oh, no charger. You've got these ones, bro. What do you do without a charger?
Am I on full? I mean, I'm assuming I'm on full because like I just have to manage properly. Yeah. I mean,
You don't have to.
if
Yeah.
if I'm on no charger, I got to the park and I forgot my battery pack. That's just my battery charger. Let's just say I'm good to go. It's in my head. Um, I know at some point we got to make a trip back to the room for
Yep.
sure.
Yep.
Which for me it's kind of cheating because I have a toddler. We go back to the room anyway. But if
Yeah.
she's older and wants to stay, then I just leave her with the wife, and I'm always the one that that always and look, you can have, if you listen, you can have your opinions on different roles of the family, different gender roles, or whatever you're into. Our family operates with the expectation is it's not even said. If there's something that needs to get handled that isn't fun or whatever, I'm gonna do it without even like blinking. So if I have to get back to the room, I don't want to
Yeah.
burden my wife and kid with making that trip,
Yeah.
or
No.
have my wife go alone. She's safer in the park than she is traveling back and going to the room by herself and getting the
And
stuff. So,
dude, I couldn't agree with that more. My wife, last time we went, it was during Christmas time a couple years ago, and she had she had a really bum. She had something wrong with her feet, and she had to get one of the scooters, and her scooter died on the way back to because she was taking some college classes, and I had to. She goes, "Stay in the park. I don't want you to leave," because she's like, "I got this. You know, I'm just taking the scooter. I'll be there." And she goes, "My scooter died." And I go, "All right." I was right in the middle of the opening of the Christmas parade. I left that parade and went and rescued my wife. And I
of
put that
course,
thing in neutral and pushed it all the way back to the place where we got it from. I said, "We need a new scooter. You didn't give us one that was charged." It was
of course.
insane. But it's
Yeah, and
like
that's something that dads
yeah,
need to do, man. I mean, there's each family operates differently. I'm not saying that each
yeah,
family operates the same as ours,
yeah.
but like the
You,
blowout situation, my wife is definitely better at that because she takes better care of delicate needs of our daughter like that. I
yeah,
know I
yeah.
can
That was
change a
my
blowout
wife.
diaper without a hesitation, but I know the experience for my daughter would be better with my wife than with
Yeah,
me.
100.
So
percent I get that one too. I agree, 100.
and I manage all the when we go check in the hotel room.
Yep.
We have a ton of shit to bring up. My
Oh
wife
yeah.
goes in with our daughter, gets her
Yep.
comfortable and settled, and I'm lugging all the shit. And I don't. I mean, I'm a dad, I'm a
Yeah.
husband. That's what
I
we do.
usually make the bellhops do it for me.
Nah, man. I used to be a bellhop when I was a kid. It was a great job.
Oh, so for you it's
Oh, do you even have
yes.
the ducks
We
at
have
your
ducks.
animal kingdom, bro? Right outside of the um flaming something cafe. I forget what it is. There's ducks
We
everywhere
have
waiting to jack your food.
ducks. We have cats. We have all of this fun stuff. And if a duck takes my food, you know what? I like I tell my kids with our dogs. I was dumb enough to leave it down for the duck to come get it. Literally, that's what it is. I'm a crayon eater, so I eat pretty fast usually. If there's anything left, have at it. I don't care. But if it's one
The
of my
ducks,
kids,
the
they're gonna
animals
be
are
pissed.
brazen, bro. They don't
They
care. They're
are.
so
They don't
brave,
give two
bro.
shits. Oh yeah.
They know they're getting fed at the Disney parks for sure.
The only ones that don't mess with anybody are the crows and the ravens that fly around at times.
Yeah, these last two are
Yeah,
pretty
pretty
repetitive,
standard.
pretty easy. So, I get the ones where I go all the time. The times where I will not go.
Right.
Forgotten sunscreen. I never pack sunscreen except for my daughter.
Okay.
So forgotten sunscreen. I'm just gonna go buy it. I mean, easy.
Yep. And then
Uh,
nap strikes.
just
This one's pretty standard. Go back to your room. I've had my kid literally fall asleep in the stroller on the way back to the room, so I'm like, all right, well, that's easy. Just go back. It's not hard. Take the exit. That's time for me to like, if my wife and I and us are going back to the room, and she's like, well, I'm gonna I want to take a nap with the boys. Okay, that's fine. I'm going down to Tangaroa Terrace or Trader Sam's. I'm getting my little tiki drink, and I'm getting blasted for an hour. Why not? That's just how that works. Get a
all right,
bed,
man.
whatever.
So that's our gear loadout here on the old Operation Magic. So, you know, whether you're like fully loaded for Magic Kingdom or you're a minimalist, that's just rocking solo with nothing but a power bank and some optimism. I mean,
Right?
we we went through about everything you probably need in our
That's
little
that's a
armory tonight. So
that's a local going to Disneyland for dinner. I'm just going to take my power bank and my phone. I'm going to ride a few rides. I'm going to grab dinner. I've got my tap pay. I'm good. That's just huge. I've got it. I'm good.
yep, you got your phone, you're fine.
Yeah, my
Anyway, man.
AP,
Well,
everything's right here. My AP scan. Boop. So yeah, that's good. I liked it. That's a fun game. Thank you for that.
Well, don't forget, guys, to do all the like this video,
Like,
subscribe to our
share,
YouTube channel,
follow.
go over to the Instagram page, Operation Magic Pod. Let us know how you like this episode and what is something we missed that you think is definitely something, because that's what I'm always for, bro. I'm
Yeah.
humble enough and
Yeah.
at a certain level where I know there's more experienced parents out there who are like, oh, these guys missed this X Factor item. Let us know what it is so I can buy it and put it in my bag.
Yep, I'm all about, good loadout bag, and like I said earlier, everybody's bag is different. We all carry different things, and if you have something different that we missed, like Josh said, throw it in there. Thank you to Chase for this inquiry as to what we put in our loadout bags, because it's different. We're dads. We do different things. Now, everybody's loadout bag, if you don't have kids, it'll look way different. You might throw in, try and sneak in some booze like some dumbasses do, and then you get caught and thrown out the parks in '86. So don't do that.
Yeah, and don't forget your cool stickers. Now I think there's only one. I don't know. I didn't really check, but I think there's only one place you can get these. So
Yeah.
I mean, I found these two guys. I listen to them all the time. They're pretty cool, and they're veterans. So if you want to support them and support their channel, shout out to these guys.
Shout out to them.
Really cool guys. This guy here, he is bald in the sticker. However, he's really smart and really handsome. So, this guy, well, yeah, he's there.
He's a crayon eater. He's there. He's just there. I'm the butt of all the jokes, but the funny thing is, guys, pay attention to the Instagram. See who gets trolled more often.
Yeah, okay, bro. For now, wait till this week's over, and then I'm gonna be on there just absolutely destroying you, brother.
See, this is where we devolve. This is where the show devolves. Josh and I, we truly do enjoy everybody who listens. Thank you to everybody who listens here on YouTube. We're on Spotify. Check us out. We're making our way to Apple. Thank you to all our wonderful sponsors. And we appreciate every single viewer and subscriber that we have. Love you all. Happy holidays.
Ho, ho, ho.
Ho, ho, ho.
Good night. Good night. Good night.
All right, squad. Listen up. You already know who we are. We are the Operation Magic Podcast. Disney loving, dad run, veteran built. Every week, we're here bringing you that magic straight to the veins. And now we've got something even bigger. It's official, guys. The Operation Magic merch. Those t-shirts, those hoodies, the mugs, stickers, you name it. All Disney inspired, all made for the Operation Magic squad. This isn't just gear. This is the uniform. You throw this on, you're not just a fan. You're a part of the family. Every piece supports this show, keeps the mission alive, and helps us keep bringing laughs, the stories, and the magic every single week. So what are you waiting for? Hit operationmagic.printful.me right now. Grab your gear and show the world who you are rolling with. Operation Magic. Rep the magic. Rep the squad.